I'm making this video because I find it important and I may go on a rant. This is going to be a one take video, so bear with me. If you're free to play or you want to play the game in 2023, I highly suggest you reconsider. Why? The recent changes to how early you gain access to the Season Conquest Commanders have completely shifted the way you do the early game. And it was hard for the free to play before that. Now it's even harder. Why? Because essentially the strategy now is to save up every single legendary sculptures to invest into commanders like Nevsky, Scipio, Boudica, and so on. And if you ask me, if I were to start over and spend a year or two playing of my precious time just to play with epics and maybe one legendary, so I can actually play the game after 2 years. And even then, when I invest into these commanders, I will still be behind. I would not be pleased. I would think the game is not for me and it's a waste of my time. I'm being maybe too brutal in a way, but I just think that is how it is. So in the early game, before you used to go for someone like YSG. Now YSG is dethroned by Zhuge Liang. I haven't unlocked him yet, I know, a tragedy. But essentially at 5511, he's better than the max YSG. Before you worked on Alex, and now you just don't need to because you're gonna have access to skip your prime earlier than you intended before. So it's like you could do it, but I think only a spender should do it. Which brings me to the next part. If you're gonna play the game in 2023, I think you really need to spend money. In 2018, when I started, there was no crystal technology, there was no uh, armament system, there is no equipment. Hell, there was even a KVK or Ark of Osiris. I mean, the game was called Rise of Civilizations, so I've been through almost the beginning. I think I played a couple months after it got released. So I have some experience and knowledge why I say all this, and I feel confident enough to make this video about it. So before, your own bottleneck was the academy, your regular academy. I don't even know what it is anymore. Here it is. The strategy was to get to T5s, and that's it. To get T5s, you need to do your castle. Now, castle was a big bottleneck for the free to play, but it wasn't that bad when you look back. If you want to be a rally lead, all you needed to do was have expertise commanders and a decent VIP level, and you're good to go. Now you need to have equipment, you have to have VIP, armaments, city skins, the list goes on. And the list of investments goes on. In the early game, obviously have the castle. Then when you have the castle, you have the state forum. And then you have the crystal technology, which gives you even more buildings to work on. And I feel like the early game experience for new players, especially who have no idea what they're going into, is pretty brutal. So if you want to play the game, you need to invest money into it. You need to invest your time. You need to watch a lot of videos, inform yourself before you do anything, because otherwise you're gonna have a rough time. And at the end of the day, it is a mobile game and it should be somewhat, you know, casual because it is a mobile game. It shouldn't be that hardcore. But ever since the transition to the PC, I think it got more, I don't know, got more acceptable as a mobile game to actually have all these things to work on, and if you are free to play you will really lag behind. And here I am still like almost 1700 days in. I'm still VIP 15 and I still feel like I'm catching up. So I don't think I will be playing the game by the end of the year unless something really, cool happens, because I feel like I got the most out of the game. I made some good friends, I have a good community, and I feel like most of my objectives within the game are pretty much done. The only thing I really want is like superficial things like the like this achievement, so I can put it here. Plus, I also want the cannon frame, which I'm really close. Things like that, which I will get in a couple of months' time. But other than that, obviously, maybe get to like 2.5 billion kill points, and I'll be, satisfied. If I were to look back and say, did you have a good time in the game? Yes. Where would you recommend me to start now? No. I think the game is now more complicated. It's more urging you to spend in various ways. And if you're going in blind, I think this game is really, really not for you. That's just my opinion. Maybe a bit polarizing, but at the end of the day, I feel like I come from a place where I can actually say all these things and, you know, feel secure enough to share with all of you. I'll be making another account update video later in the week, and that's it. The summary is, if you're someone who wants to play the game in 2023 without any prior knowledge of the game, then I strongly suggest you first watch some videos, some latest videos on how to approach the game, what to do, what not to do. And I think you really need to do spend. Otherwise, it's gonna be a torture. Like, if I were to start over, I would not play the game at all. Because the meta now is horde sculptures, so you can spend them in 2 years' time, which I find kind of insane in a way. So if you're into that, go ahead. But I think the vast majority actually want the game to be fun and you want to make some kind of impact. And that'll be all. If you like the video, subscribe. Let me know down your opinion in the comments below. Join our Discord. We hit recently over 1,000 yeah, I could say subscribers or members to the Discord, and I'm happy that has come to pass. And I hope for many more. And I will see you in the next one.